Before answering the questions, keep in mind to have a positive attitude, to have a smile on your face wherever possible. Also, do not sound scripted. Okay, the answers that you give should be relevant to your scenario.
Okay,
Right.
ma'am.
So, the very first question that the interviewer start with is tell us something about yourself.
Well, I am Shurobhi Pal. I belong to Jabalpur. I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering from Jabalpur Engineering College in the year 2011. And after that, I have completed my master's in industrial pollution control from National Institute of Technology in the year 2012. After that, I have joined as a research executive in Greenwald Conferences, Pune in the year 2015. And after completing 1 year over there, I have started my journey as an assistant professor and joined Lakshmi Narayan Institute of Technology in the year 2016. And then I have joined Medicaps University, Indore, for the same profile. Although I was happy with my previous job, they have enhanced my interpersonal skills, communication skills, as well as my presentation skills. At the same time, they have strengthened my cognitive abilities. But I have found that I was not growing professionally. One of the key responsibilities of my previous job profile include timely and effective collection and management of data. I found this area interesting, and after a market research, I realized that data analytics is a right and good fit for me. So eventually, I have joined a course and started doing projects on the same. After doing projects and course, I have realized that it is not only refining my previously earned skill, but it is also helping me to grow professionally and personally. That's why I have decided to pursue my career in data analytics.
Great. Okay. The second thing that I would like to ask you is how would you describe yourself in one word? Because this was quite an elaborative answer. So just give me one word that would describe Shirobi Pal.
Ma'am, I am a very inquisitive person.
So if how do you know that you are an inquisitive person? I mean, can you elaborate this a little bit?
Well, I love learning new things every day. It helps me to acquire new skills, which eventually helps me to grow professionally as well as personally.
All right. Okay. The second, another question, rather the third one is, if I asked you that you already told that you switched your career because you thought that the data analytics is a field where you are going to excel and is going to give you growth. But how do you think the market is growing? I mean, what is the demand of data analytics in the market according to you?
Well, if I go with market, I can say data is the new oil. Every company is now only relying on their, rather to say now, they are mostly relying on their data to to generate capital and their revenue. So I can say that data analytics or the field which involves data is rapidly growing, and there will be no end to it.
Okay, that's great. Okay. Now, what was the toughest decision of your life that you had ever taken?
Well, I would not say it was my toughest decision, but the wisest decision to switch my career in the field of data analytics.
All right. And how do you think that there was any scope for improvement in your previous job profile?
Uh, all right. I would say my previous job profiles have helped me a lot to build a few of my skill sets. But as I have already mentioned, that I was not growing professionally. It was quite a stagnant. It has become stagnant for me. So that's why I have decided to switch my career.
Okay, and the last one here. Um, this particular interview, the way you had answered your questions. Now, I want you to do a self evaluation. Okay. Were you confident or were you overconfident? Okay, whatever you say, you have to give justification for that.
I would say I am confident enough. Uh, this interview has definitely has given me an opportunity to know myself better, and also it has given me an opportunity to work on my setbacks. So definitely, it has uh, it has proved uh, to be a very good interview for me.
Okay, okay. That is like going in round and circles. Okay, never mind. An answer is an answer. Okay, now I'm going to share my feedback about what I felt about the answers that you had given me actually.
Yes, ma'am.
So the first answer that you gave was a little elaborative. Basically, you had described your entire CV, right? So my feedback to you would be going forward or henceforth, try to keep it a little more crisp,
Okay.
okay, a little more precise. Second thing is that, yes, you were confident. I never felt that you were overconfident at any point of time. However, if I come to your English, then you need to see, you wanted to say the word stagnant, which you were not able to pronounce it correctly. So
Yes,
just
ma'am.
try to find an alternative word, or you can just express your, I mean, you can just say that I wasn't growing. My growth was stagnant. I wasn't progressing. Just try to use a synonym in that place if you are not getting the perfect word, I mean, the perfect pronunciation. Okay, don't pause and try to pronounce it again and again and again, because that actually breaks the flow, right?
Okay.
Other than that, I liked your answers, and not to say that, yeah, you never sounded scripted to me, and that's it, right?
Okay.
So now we will move to our next segment where we are going to correct a few sentences. Okay,
Okay.
rather than doing some vocab, I thought of let's take up a little bit of sentence correction.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, right. So the first one is you. Sorry, not you. I and my family went for a movie.
My family and I went for a movie.
Okay, next one. Next one is a very common mistake done by people. You are there.
Were you there?
You are there.
Uh,
Mind it, they are trying to ask you. So is it correct? Is it correct way of saying you are there?
no, ma'am. Are you there?
Are you there? It's a very common mistake, and I had observed this, in the companies that I had worked with. People very smartly say by changing the tone, they just try to make it a question. But the question should ideally start with, are you there? It's not you are there. You are there is a statement. You're already saying you are
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
Okay. So, next one is, um, you have to do this first. No.
Uh, uh, you have to do it first.
Yes, adding a no at the end basically gives an Indian touch to it. Okay,
Yes,
like
ma'am.
ये पहले करना था ना.
Yes, ma'am.
So it shouldn't be like that. It is you have to do it first. Okay, or first you have to do this and then something else.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I prefer this option than any other.
Ma'am, it would be I prefer this option over others
Over others or to any other.
to any others.
Okay. Because over here, I cannot use than because I'm comparing it with any other means I'm comparing with multiple things.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay. Last one here is going to be okay. Every man must do their duties diligently.
Every man must do. Every man must do his duty
Duty
diligently.
diligent. Yes, correct. Correct. Okay, so we are done with that. Would you like to do a little bit of vocab? I mean, let's see. Let's just revise those however, whatever things. I'll just give you the word and I want sentences from you because
Sure, ma'am.
you know the meanings I had already explained to you. So we'll start with however. Can you give me a sentence with however?
Okay, ma'am. She is very fluent in English. However, when it comes to communication skills, she is little bit shy.
Okay, great. Nevertheless,
It was raining. Nevertheless, guests have come to join the party.
in some, I mean, can you apply it in another sentence?
Uh, I was not very fluent in English. Nevertheless, I have improved it in a short span of time.
Okay. Actually, previous in the previous sentence, I felt that you said never the least or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I might have, didn't hear it properly. Okay. Next one is whatsoever.
Um, Learning uh, vocabulary is not a rocket science whatsoever.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Next is moreover. Moreover is very easy.
She is very proficient dancer. Moreover, she acted very well in movies.
Okay. Last one. Henceforth.
Henceforth, we are going to take attendance in the class itself.
Okay. Great. All right. So no feedback on this one because everything was perfect. But one thing that I would like to talk about your overall communication skill. See, your hands are like this and it's moving like this.
Okay, ma'am.
Please free your hands.
Okay, ma'am.
Even if you want to have hand movements, you must free them. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Next. So, would you like to do debate or role play? Whatever you choose today.
Ma'am, debate.
Debate. Okay. Do you want to give me a topic?
Ma'am, we can debate over the chemical loaded food that we are consuming.
Okay, basically the preservatives that have been added, or are you talking about chemical loaded in the sense means, are you talking about the pesticides and the fertilizers that we are using as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what exactly is the topic?
Ma'am, do you think these chemicals or whatever preservative or fertilizer we are adding in the food is good for the rapidly growing population, or is it doing more harm than a good?
Okay, do you want to give me a choice? Because I will choose the easy one if you give me a choice. So rather you take the side and I will try to defend. So what do you take? Is it good or bad?
Ma'am, I will surely say that it is not good at all.
Okay, it is not good at all. So I say that it is good. Let's see how we debate on this. Fine.
Okay.
So why you feel it's not good at all?
Ma'am, I agree that adding chemical is actually increasing the life of the food, which is needed for this faster growing population. Because it is not possible to grow this ample amount of food in a short span of time. But at the same time, I would say these chemicals are doing are impacting our health very adversely. So,
Okay. I want to point out two things. Basically, you started with a diplomatic sentence, which you should not in a debate. Okay. If you
okay,
say it is bad, you should always start with the bad
okay,
part.
ma'am.
Okay. So I want to defend it by asking you two questions. First
Okay.
of all, do you want to die a slow death or do you want to die an instant death? I mean, death is inevitable, but how do you want to die?
Ma'am, I would love to die peacefully. Whether it
Peaceful. Okay, that's again a diplomatic answer. So basically, if why are we compelled to use such kind of chemical fertilizers or pesticides, or we are injecting hormones in to our crops as well, or vegetables and fruits? The reason is we need it in huge quantities. Okay, we require these vegetables in huge quantities, or these crops in huge quantities. And why do we require them in huge quantities? Because of our population. Okay, so many people around the world, they are going to bed hungry. So hunger will kill you maybe within a month or two. But these chemicals, these are slow poisons too. They will take a longer time to kill you. So do you want to die of hunger, or do you want to die of slow poison? Is actually a choice. Okay, so the world now, the mankind now chooses to die of slow poison, which is a slow death. Okay, at least they would have some time to spend. Okay, they can do their duties without any hassle if they are having food. So to meet the requirement of mankind, we are compelled to use the chemicals. Everybody knows that it's poison, but what to do? Even if the poison is, satisfying, or it's taking away my hunger, then I am ready to have poison. It's like that. Have you ever heard of those human beings who do not get food? If suppose I leave two people in a room and I don't give them food, ultimately, so one person might have this idea, okay, I will die of hunger. The other person, he might not, he might think that let him die of hunger and I'll eat him up and I can survive. So that is the psychology that is being propagated at the moment. Yeah, okay.
Ma'am, I would say that if it is for the welfare of humankind, I would agree with you. But now it is not for the welfare of the human being. Now it is kind of a money making, or we can say profit making business about the human health or their psychology or anything else. They just want to make more money out of it.
Basically, it is due to the increasing demand, isn't it?
Ma'am, but at the same time, we can work upon this population issue. We can spread awareness like how this increasing population is impacting our world.
Like to say is definitely we need chemicals, but the rampant use of chemicals that's happening now, or even I feel that nowadays I see a guava of this size, this is not required. You know, injecting hormones which can cause cancer later on, and you are compelling people to consume them just to make little extra profit. This is not required, right? So yeah, I could have defended it, but I will fall short of time. So debate is always something that requires a lot of time. Okay. So while debating, yes, I told you, I gave you the feedback then and there that you should never start with a diplomatic answer. If you diplomatic answer is the conclusion actually, like I did right now. I give a conclusion to the debate by giving a diplomatic answer, but seen a lot of improvement in you basically ever since you joined, because I remember the fillers that you used, the Hindi ones. I don't mind the English ones at times, but the Hindi ones are a little disruptive when you speak in English. So I had seen this improvement in you, that you had overcome those things and you definitely sound more confident than before. Okay. All right. So with that, we have come to the end of this session, Shurubi. So thank you so much for participating in this.